the truth like the rest of these bitches in our family and got this girl looking all types of crazy. When in all actuality, your mother's really not a good mother. She failed all her kids. A good mother who failed every kid. Not one kid got a high school diploma.
That's crazy.
Not one kid is mentally okay. Not one kid got a job. She failed all her fucking kids.
I mean, she got only 2, right?
So this is a mother with several kids, and do we base it on how successful kids are on if they graduate from high school, or how do we base the success of our kids?
A 2-parent home is statistically better off than a single parent home. So I ain't hear nothing about dad at all, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like one of those situations where I ain't hear nothing about dad. I'm like, what you mean? She failed the kids. However she got these kids and there's no dad around, you know what I mean? It was already against the kids out the gate if the dad wasn't gonna be there. And she, it played out statistically, I guess. And, one can only do so much with kids, man. I'll be trying to tell people, like, yo, if you can stay together, man, stay together. I mean, I know, particularly me, my personal staying together for kids is the wrong reason, but it's a good reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sacrifice. I can sacrifice. Now, females can't sacrifice their happiness for but men do it all the time.
Yep.
Men do it all the time.
There's some ladies that do it too.
Some ladies do it too. Yeah.
Hey, hit him, not us. Hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, pointed at him.
Yeah. So I mean, it's and it depends on the individual. I mean, how that individual was raised. So it was just I just didn't hear nothing about that. So it was like, okay, that was a red flag right off rip.
Now, it's just a snippet, so we don't really know how long the conversation is, because there's two important people in the kid's life, the dad and the grandparents, other than their parents. Yeah. But the grandparents were kind of like set the example, or not the example, but the starting point. They help with that. Dad definitely is always positive in every kid's life.
For sure.
Does it say is it only 2 kids she have, or is it more than 2?
She said it was 2 different numbers. It was 2 different numbers.
The lady at the end said she only got 2 kids, right? But I'm not sure that's correct.
Yeah, because when she first started the video, I think she said a different number. I think she said like 5.
7 and 2. Right?
Okay. 7 and 2?
That's what I thought.
Okay, so maybe it is 2 kids. No, they can't be 7 and 2. They
graduated. They said none of them graduated.
Right.
Yeah,
so did that mean they dropped out, or?
Well, if they graduation, that could be. Well, it could mean they drop out, because if they ain't finished.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So.
And they had mental problems.
That's missing back.
See. Yeah, that changes things, because what it probably means is they actually never got the help they needed.
Yeah.
I'm a spin this for a second.
Go ahead.
I'm a spin this, right? Bear with me, guys. Don't come for me as much.
Spin it.
I'm a spin it. Here we go. Right. One of the things I seen, and I seen this firsthand, was certain demographics of people. I'm not putting it all on Black people, right? What they do is they will put their kids on disability to get more money. So basically, they'll put their kids on disability to get more money. And this was prevalent. I seen this with a family where, everybody in the household had some kind of disability, and they were receiving like $2,000 a month for each kid.
Yeah. That's a survival tactic.
And I was like, how could you do that to your kids?
And there's a price to pay.
Right? Yeah. Your whole family, it was like a family of like 7, and all the kids were on disability.
Damn.
No, and I don't think anything were wrong with those kids.
No.
Nothing were wrong. It's like this. Yeah, they would lash out and they would act out in a certain way, but they did it in order to meet that criteria to justify their behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, that's crazy.
They were trained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they beat the system.
Yeah.
Basically,
So they didn't beat the system
system.
because it's a price to pay for all of that. They got to take Ritalin. They got to take all of that stuff. You know what I mean? You just don't get disability. You gotta actually, all right. You got whatever you're diagnosed with. You got to take those meds.
So all them kids, that's just bad. All on Ritalin.
Ritalin, yeah. That's what they do. They try to put them on Ritalin from a young age.
Yeah, I went through that for a little while with my kid.
Yeah. So I mean. I
took him off of that. One day I sat him down and talked to him, and he was like, he'll take it, and he'll be like, I feel like I'm high.
Yeah.
He was like 8 years old, 6, like he was a kid.
Yeah.
And then I took him off of it and left him. He's been good ever since. I mean, he's still hyper.
Yeah.
But once he took that thing, man, he became like a zombie.
Yeah.
And they get skinny.
And what the thing that bothered me was they always kept increasing the dosage. I'm like, yo, I gave him hooked like a crackhead.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
And they could never stabilize it. And then he started getting like a tick. It was like all the time. And I was like, what are you doing? He goes, what are you talking about? And I said that, and he didn't even know he was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was in middle school. I took him off of it. And I was like, go be you.
Yeah. I've went through that as well.
He was happy as ever.
Yeah.
Yo, he was on soccer team, and his mother gave him his medicine before the soccer game. V was so pissed. This dude was scared. Yo, he became a zombie on the field. He couldn't even play soccer.
So that's another thing, bro. Like, okay, like when you have a child with somebody, so the person you have a child with, their mentality on raising a kid and handling the situation, when they go to the doctor and the doctor say, oh, I think this going wrong with this kid. So like when I took my son to the doctor and we went together, the doctor would say something like, oh, I think because he was hyper, my son's always hyper. Like me and my brothers always fight. So like, I mean, and when they always fight, and they fight in the doctor's office, so like, you know, man, the doctor would say, oh, I think he should be tested for ADHD or something like that. I was like, chill, there ain't no ADHD, nah, you good. And none of that. He's good. Just because I let them loose a little bit, and I'm lenient, but like I don't let them get out of control. But I let them be who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know,
always, right?
Like I said, when you have kids with somebody and they just have a totally different perspective, that's another battle that you got to face.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So there's another scenario to throw out there, you know, where the father is and why they're not together, if it's only one father or multiple fathers, you know? And if the mom have to say so and you know, and not, there's no dad perspective, it's just a lost situation for everybody.
If I had to guess, I would say it's two fathers.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is because if it was the same father, that first kid would have made it. At least. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that the first kid, it's a good gap in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it had to be two different fathers. The first one bailed, and then the second one came up, and I'm sure the first one had to raise the second one. You know, because mom was never around.
Yeah, it's a lot of dynamics to it.
But it's like the girl that was talking, is she like her sister or something?
Well, family member. I think it's probably her. It's probably her talking because she's saying, "How can a mother fail? How can a mother fail her kid?"
She could have been a daughter, right?
Yeah, she could have been a daughter. She that was her question.
Could have been the daughter. She could have been the daughter
because that's what she was explaining. How can a mother fail her kids? Two of them never finish high school. Two of them have mental health. You know, it's like she's asking for a question or justification if that's her, you know.
So
but
that probably is one of them.
Yeah.
Now, how much do you think they got kids too already?
She look older. I'm
presuming,
yeah.
I'm assuming, yeah. There's nothing wrong with her.
Yeah, you know how it goes, man. Like, once you're in the system, you're in the system.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't get out.
Unfortunately, our young boys and our young kids are targeted. And well, now after this COVID stuff, they target everybody. But before COVID and all that, our young boys are targeted. You know what I'm saying? So it was a thing, man. It's just like it goes back to slavery. You know, and there's books out there where they put out their ideas and how they was going to do us after slavery to hold us back. But God is amazing, man, because they can't do it no matter what they do. You know what I'm saying? All right, kids got ADHD, but they're geniuses. They got autism, but they're geniuses. These kids, my grandson can't talk, but he doing multiplications and he don't talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like God. It's just like when somebody's born blind, their other senses is just
kicking. Yep.
They're amazing. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't. What God made, you can't really hold back. You know what I'm saying? So whatever they gonna do, God already has something. You know, the Bible says he sits back and he laugh at their plans. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but it is what it is.
Make sure you get like a specialist, like a speech. That's all. That's most what most of them needs is a.
My nephew.
I can't remember the right name for it.
I've had your wife talk to
one for my nephew too.
I have your wife talk to my daughter every so now and then about, you know, because she's very knowledgeable. So if I ever have a question and I do call Lisa, I put my daughter on the phone with her.
Yeah.
Because she guides her to certain situations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what we found out, well, I'm gonna say allegedly, is when the system in like some of these schools, they pay certain amount of money for kids with special disability.
Yeah. It's a money market.
So the funding,
government funding stuff, right?
Yeah. And if you're not educated, and trust me, having kids at a young age versus being a mature parent, let's say like your early 20s versus your 30s and 40s, is two different things. When you're younger, you're just kind of going along, unless you know the information. But like at a certain age, you're like, nah. Why they keep pushing this agenda? And you kind of figure out like, oh, yeah, they getting paid for a specialized a child with a special thing like IEPs and stuff like that. The school get money, you know, because it's more of a need. It's more of a need. They don't call it special ed anymore. They just call it like an IEP.
So I found the same thing about doctors though. You know, instead of and doctors get paid to put you on medicines and high blood pressure, this and all of that. It's the same thing across the board with everybody now. Doctors, when I went to my doctor and he told me I had high blood pressure, I started fasting. I started, I more or less, I didn't start eating right. I just started fasting, eating less. And when I went back to him, I lost a few pounds, and he said, "You don't have it no more." I was like, "Yeah, you didn't tell me how to get rid of it. You just told me you were gonna put me on this pill. You didn't say anything about cutting, fasting or eating different fruits and vegetables. They don't get paid to tell you that stuff.
No, doctors want you to come back.
They want you to come back. They get paid when you're sick. They don't get paid when you're healthy.